Dawg Pound, are you ready? The landscape of our offensive line has just undergone a massive transformation, and honestly, it's exactly what this team needed to finally compete at the highest level. We've brought in a versatile powerhouse who can play literally anywhere on the line, acting as the ultimate insurance policy against those frustrating injuries that have haunted us for years. This is a game changer for our upcoming season, but what does it really mean for our starting lineup? Hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and drop a comment below. You're not going to want to miss the details on this major upgrade. The Cleveland Browns entered this offseason with one singular high-stakes mission: completely overhaul their aging offensive line. Through a calculated combination of free agency moves and strategic NFL draft selections, the team successfully executed a total transformation of the unit. As of the team's minicamp in June, the entire starting offensive line is comprised of new faces, marking a total reset for the position group. At the heart of this rebuild stands Elgton Jenkins, an acquisition that has quickly emerged as one of the most vital components of the team's new identity. Jenkins is not just a standard lineman. He is a rare, multi-positional asset whose versatility is already reshaping the outlook for the entire squad. While fans of the Dawg Pound have been eagerly waiting to see how the pieces fit, Jenkins has demonstrated throughout his career that he is a true jack-of-all-trades. He has logged significant playing time at center during his previous tenure with the Packers, yet his resume extends far beyond that. Jenkins has proven his capability at both tackle positions and both guard spots, providing the team with a tactical luxury that few other organizations currently possess. By securing a player who can seamlessly rotate across the line, the front office has provided the coaching staff with a flexible tool to navigate the long, physical grind of the season. His presence in the locker room and on the practice field is immediate, serving as a pillar for a group that needed fresh energy. As the team prepares for the upcoming challenges in 2026, the arrival of a player with the specific positional experience of Elgton Jenkins signals a clear intent to prioritize reliability and technical depth across the entire front five during this pivotal transition year. Why does the addition of Elgton Jenkins matter so much for the Browns right now? The answer lies in the team's history with injury management and the necessity for stability during high-pressure games. It is well documented that the franchise has struggled with significant player availability issues at an alarming rate in recent seasons. These setbacks frequently occur at the most critical points on the schedule, often forcing the coaching staff to rely on inexperienced backups or shift players into roles where they lack sufficient repetition. This cycle of instability often disrupts the rhythm of the offense, making the acquisition of a versatile veteran like Elgton Jenkins a potential turning point. Because he has logged professional snaps at every single position on the offensive line, he acts as an insurance policy against the unpredictability of injuries. If a starter goes down during a game, the ability to plug in a player who has already mastered the nuances of center, guard, and tackle is a massive tactical advantage. This minimizes the drop-off in performance that typically occurs when deep bench players are forced into starting roles. Furthermore, his previous success at multiple positions, having been named a Pro Bowler as both a left guard and a right tackle for Green Bay, proves that he is not just a utility player, but a high-level performer, regardless of where he lines up. By centering this rebuild on a player like Jenkins, the organization has effectively mitigated the risks that derailed previous campaigns. For a roster that is undergoing such a rapid transition, having a proven veteran who can stabilize the unit under duress is essential for maintaining consistent offensive production throughout the 2026 season and ensuring that the team remains competitive even when circumstances on the field become difficult to manage. The physical recovery of Elgton Jenkins remains the primary factor that will dictate his total impact on the field this year. Having suffered a lower leg fracture that ended his previous season, the challenge of returning to form at age 30, with his 31st birthday approaching in December, is significant. However, the progress he has shown during the offseason has been a positive development for the team. Jenkins has been actively participating in team workouts and the June minicamp sessions, which is the necessary first step toward returning to regular season form. While the coaching staff has yet to finalize a concrete depth chart, it is widely expected that Jenkins will secure a starting role, most likely at center or as a starting guard. His performance during these early stages of preparation is being monitored closely, as the team relies on his veteran experience to anchor the line. Beyond his individual utility, Jenkins serves a secondary purpose as a mentor for the younger additions to the squad. Specifically, his presence is expected to pay dividends for rookie offensive linemen, including first-round draft pick Spencer Fano. By working alongside a veteran who has navigated the rigors of the league at every position, the younger players gain a valuable perspective on professional technique and preparation. This dynamic is a cornerstone of the team's current strategy. They are not just replacing aging players with new ones, but are intentionally building a knowledge base within the group. The focus on his health is therefore not just a concern for his own production, but for the development of the unit as a whole. If he can maintain the consistency he has shown in his previous Pro Bowl seasons, Jenkins will provide the steadying force that the offensive line desperately requires to protect the quarterback and create lanes for the running game. As the Browns continue to refine their roster, the role of Elgton Jenkins as a multi-positional pillar becomes even more defined by the specific needs of the 2026 squad. With the entire line being rebuilt, the fluidity he brings allows the coaching staff to experiment with different lineup combinations during the summer months without sacrificing the quality of their work. This is crucial because the team is attempting to synthesize a cohesive group from a collection of entirely new starters. When injuries occur, as they inevitably do in this league, the luxury of having a player who can move from guard to center or from center to tackle without missing a beat is exactly how a team avoids the mid-season collapses that have plagued them in the past. Jenkins is not just playing for one specific spot, he is playing for the success of the entire line. His history as a Pro Bowler in various roles confirms that his versatility is not a weakness, but a strength that elevates the group's floor. Furthermore, his commitment to getting back into regular season form after his injury has been noted as a priority by the staff. By showing up and working through the minicamp drills, he is proving that his experience and leadership are ready to be utilized. The impact of such a player goes beyond the stats. It creates a confidence in the protection scheme that allows the entire offense to function with more rhythm. As the team moves toward training camp, the expectation is that Jenkins will become the anchor that binds the other newcomers together. His ability to adapt to any situation on the line is the safety net the front office was searching for when they made the decision to execute this massive off-season overhaul. The investment in his recovery and his integration into the new lineup will be the ultimate test of this rebuilding strategy. Looking at the broader picture of the 2026 season, the decision to invest heavily in the offensive line was the most significant move the organization could have made to address their roster deficiencies. By bringing in Elgton Jenkins as the centerpiece of this transformation, the team has taken a calculated step toward creating a more durable and adaptable front five. While the reliance on a 30-year-old player returning from a major leg injury carries inherent risks, the potential reward of having a versatile veteran who has mastered multiple positions is substantial. The coaching staff now has the flexibility to rotate players, test different schemes, and adjust to the inevitable physical toll of the schedule, with a level of confidence they have not possessed in recent years. This process is far from complete, as the development of rookies like Spencer Fano and the chemistry between the new starters will continue to evolve throughout the upcoming training camp. However, the foundational change is undeniable. By replacing an aging unit with a fresh group centered around the high-level talent and adaptability of Elgton Jenkins, the team has signaled a commitment to change that should manifest in the trenches. The success of this move will be measured not by how the line looks in June, but by how they perform when the schedule intensifies in the late months of the year, with the Dawg Pound. Hoping for a more competitive output, the offensive line now sits in a position to be a strength rather than a liability. The rebuild is complete on paper, but the real work begins now as the players transition from the practice field to live, full-contact competition. The arrival of Jenkins is the catalyst for this new era of offensive line play, providing the stability, skill, and strategic flexibility that were identified as the core requirements for a successful 2026 season for Cleveland.